Eddie Levert's voice has been the heartbeat of soul music for more than 6 decades. As the lead singer of the O'Jays, his passionate vocals helped define an era, shaping the sound of R&B and inspiring generations. But now, at 83 years old, Eddie is facing one of the toughest moments of his life. With a tragic health diagnosis, he is preparing to say goodbye to the stage, and perhaps even to the fans who have loved him for so long. This is the story of Eddie Levert, his rise, his struggles, his triumphs, and the heartbreaking reality he now faces. Eddie Levert was born on June 16, 1942, in Bessemer, Alabama, but he grew up in Canton, Ohio. Like many great soul singers, Eddie's earliest musical training came in the church. From a young age, he was known for his powerful voice, a gift that stood out even among the choirs and congregations. It was in high school that Eddie, alongside his friends Walter Williams, William Powell, Bobby Massey, and Bill Iles, formed a singing group originally called the Triumphs. Later, they became the Mascots, a name that stuck until 1963, when they finally rebranded themselves as the O'Jays, honoring a popular Cleveland DJ named Eddie O.J. They didn't know it then, but they were on the path to becoming one of the greatest R&B groups of all time. The O'Jays' early years were full of challenges. Despite recording several singles in the 1960s, they struggled to break into the mainstream. But in the 1970s, their careers exploded when they teamed up with Philadelphia International Records, led by legendary producers Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. With hits like Backstabbers, Love Train, For the Love of Money, and I Love Music, the O'Jays became global superstars. Eddie Levert's voice, filled with fire and soul, carried every note with conviction. His raw passion made fans feel every word. Love Train, especially, became more than just a song. It became an anthem of unity during a time of racial and social division. The O'Jays weren't just making music, they were shaping culture. Eddie once said in an interview, "We weren't just entertainers. We were storytellers. We wanted to sing about life, about what people were going through." But behind the success, Eddie Levert's life was marked by unimaginable heartbreak. Eddie had 2 sons who followed in his footsteps, Gerald Levert and Sean Levert. Gerald became a hugely successful solo artist and also performed with the group Levert, alongside his brother Sean. The Levert family became known as a dynasty in R&B music. But tragedy struck in 2006, when Gerald Levert suddenly died at the age of 40 from a heart attack. Eddie was devastated. In interviews, he admitted that losing his son nearly broke him. 2 years later, in 2008, Eddie's second son, Sean, also died, this time while in custody at an Ohio jail, due to medical complications. To lose both sons in such a short time was almost unbearable. Eddie once revealed, "When you lose your children, you lose a part of yourself. I never got over it. I just learned how to live with it." Despite the pain, Eddie continued performing, using music as his therapy. But the weight of these losses never left him. In recent years, Eddie Levert has battled serious health issues. In 2018, he contracted COVID-19, which left his voice temporarily weakened. At the time, he worried that he might never sing again. In 2020, during the height of the pandemic, Eddie stayed mostly out of the spotlight to protect his health. Fans grew concerned as he canceled appearances and reduced his performances. By 2022, Eddie admitted that age and illness were catching up with him. He revealed that his once powerful voice had been damaged, and he was undergoing therapy to regain his singing ability. While he remained optimistic, it was clear that the years of touring, combined with personal grief and health challenges, had taken their toll. Now, at 83 years old, Eddie Levert has reportedly been given a tragic health diagnosis. While his family has not shared every detail publicly, insiders have revealed that Eddie's condition is serious enough that he is preparing to step away from performing permanently. For fans who have followed the O'Jays for decades, this news feels like the end of an era. The group, which was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2005, has already slowed down its touring schedule. But Eddie's recent statements suggest that his time on stage may officially be over. In a recent interview, Eddie hinted, "I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. My body is telling me to rest. My spirit still wants to sing, but I have to listen to what my health is saying." In 2023, the OJs launched what they called their last stop on the Love Train farewell tour. Fans packed venues across the country, knowing it might be the last time they'd hear Eddie perform live. On stage, Eddie appeared emotional, often thanking audiences for sticking with him for over 60 years. At some shows, he struggled with his voice, but the crowd sang along to help him. The love was overwhelming, and Eddie often broke down in tears. One fan described it as watching history in real time. We were saying goodbye to a legend. Even as Eddie faces his health battle, his legacy is secure. Few artists have achieved what he has. With the OJs, Eddie sold millions of records, earned Grammy nominations, and influenced everyone from Michael Jackson to Usher to today's R&B stars. Songs like For the Love of Money continue to be used in films, TV shows, and even sampled in hip-hop records. The OJ's music is timeless, and Eddie's voice remains unforgettable. Beyond the awards, Eddie's greatest achievement may be the way he connected with people. His songs weren't just entertainment, they were reflections of love, struggle, betrayal, and hope. Away from the spotlight, Eddie Levert is described as humble, spiritual, and deeply family-oriented. Despite his tragedies, he has often spoken about faith helping him survive. He has also been outspoken about social issues, urging young artists to use their voices not just for fame but for change. Eddie once said, "Music is powerful. It can heal. It can unite. We should never take that for granted."